our channel, become our patron. Visit patreon.com/Cycle Maintenance Academy.
Hi and welcome to Cycle Maintenance Academy. If your brake levers are not positioned correctly, you might find cycling uncomfortable. So in today's video, I would like to show you how to adjust your brake levers side to side and rotationally. But before we begin, as always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Okay, are you ready? Then let's begin. Brake levers come in different blade lengths. 4-finger levers are designed to work with cantilever brakes, as they need a lot of leverage. 3-finger levers are commonly used on V-brakes and mechanical disc brakes. 1 or 2-finger levers are usually used on hydraulic brakes, as they are very powerful and require minimum pulling power. Adjusting the side-to-side position. First, check if your lever sits correctly side to side. Sit on your saddle. If necessary, lean against a wall or get a friend to hold your bike. Put your hands centrally on the grips in a position that you would ride. If you have a twist shifters, then 2 fingers will sit on the rotating part. Whatever fingers you use to brake, lift them up. Now rest them on the levers. All the fingers used should fit in the curve of the blade. If any of your fingers doesn't sit in the curve but rest on the part of the blade near the body, then the lever is too close to the grip and needs to be moved nearer to the stem so that all the fingers fit in the curve. If there are any accessories close to the brake levers, such as a bell, lights or reflectors, then move them a little bit closer to the stem. If you have a handlebar controlled seat post dropper or a suspension trigger, hold the shifter in one hand and with the other loosen the clamp bolt. Move the trigger slightly towards the stem, and while still holding it in position, tighten the clamp bolt. If you have a gear trigger shifters, first hold the shifter in one hand and with the other loosen the clamp bolt. Move the shifter slightly towards the stem, and while still holding it in position, tighten the clamp bolt. Now hold the brake lever in one hand and undo the clamp bolt with the other. Slide the lever a little bit. If you have a gear shifter, push the lever against it until it stops. Re-tighten the bolt. Now recheck the position of the fingers on the lever, and if required, repeat the process until you're happy. If your other lever needs adjusting in the same way, then repeat the process on the other side. If any of your fingers don't sit on a lever but hang off the end, then you will need to move the brake lever closer to the end of the bars. Hold the brake lever in one hand and undo the clamp bolt with the other. Slide the lever closer to the grip. Re-tighten the bolt. Now recheck the position of the fingers on the lever, and if required, repeat the process until you're happy. If your other lever needs adjusting in the same way, then repeat the process on the other side. Adjusting the rotational position of your brake levers. Put your hand centrally on the grips in a position that you would ride. If you have a twist shifters, then 2 fingers will sit on the rotating part. Now rest your fingers on the brake lever. The wrist should stay in the same position. If you have to move your wrist down to reach the lever, then the lever is too high and needs to be lowered. If you have trigger shifters, loosen the clamp bolt just enough to be able to move the shifter and slide it down. Now hold the brake lever in one hand, loosen the clamp bolt with the other, and move the lever down to where you think it should be. Tighten the brake lever clamp bolt. Grasp the gear shifter and move it up again until it touches the brake lever. Tighten the shifter clamp bolt. Now recheck the position of the wrist, and if required, repeat the process until you're happy. If your other lever needs adjusting in the same way, then repeat the process on the other side. If you have to move your wrist up to reach the lever, then the lever is too low and needs to be raised. Hold the brake lever in one hand, loosen the clamp bolt with the other, and move the lever up to where you think it should be. Tighten the brake lever clamp bolt. Now recheck the position of the wrist, and if required, repeat the process until you're happy. If your other lever needs adjusting in the same way, then repeat the process on the other side. Check our video here if you want to adjust your brake lever reach. Now it's time to adjust gear shifters. Not sure how to do this? Don't worry, our video here will guide you through this process. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to let us know in the comments below how you got on positioning your brake levers.